enjoyed from the beginning promo to the match
Mm-hmm.
itself. Shawn Spears versus Sammy Guevara, and congrats to Sammy for getting engaged tonight. That was awesome.
Was awesome.
And congrats to Shawn Spears for having your hilarious promo before the match
Oh,
at Sammy's
gosh.
expense.
Slim Pickets in Houston, as he said, not our words, his
Not
words.
our
That was
words.
definitely a low blow for sure. But
Savage.
yes, it was savage.
Absolutely. But man, Sammy picks up the win here again, man. What do you think? Because, Spears is really, really helping put Sammy over. He's been a big part of the ascension of Sammy Guevara. And this match is just the next step in that. And I think that they kind of know, man, like this kid has a lot of star power. The crowd is behind him again. It was Texas again, so that's good. You keep bumping him up in his home state.
Sure.
It works out whenever they do that. It seems with their talent. And I think that Spears, like even during the match, continued his weirdo, sadistic behavior. He does his thing. And Tully, dude, tonight, speaking of, dude, he was like, he looked like he was going to throw hands with Aubrey Edwards at one point. And
He
it
did.
was like, what are you doing? That was
I didn't know. I mean, obviously, these ladies and gentlemen in the ring are A-plus actors in a sense in terms of being able to sell. But I really honestly felt like Sammy was stunned a little bit from that pile driver with Tully.
Like
I mean, he was favoring that neck a lot, and then it seemed like they're buying a lot of time in terms of with the shenanigans with Tully and things like that. I felt like that dragged out a little bit longer than it should have, because I honestly think he might have got his bell rung. And so I was legit like sold on that.
I was worried.
And then Sammy somehow mustered up the adrenaline and whatever, maybe courage, the hometown, whatever, to still pull out this victory in an impressive way with all these moves. But all in all, like, I think this was probably my favorite match of the night, even though I am a huge Jericho mark. I think the back and forth of this, and I think we saw a lot of strength out of Spears, and the reason why he's in the Pinnacle and the reason why he is the chairman, he was very impressive. And I think this guy is being underutilized in AEW in a sense. And so this was, but all in all, like, Sammy is a freaking star. Like, we know that, and we see that, and his star is on the rise rapidly. The cutter off the GTH, that cutter off the top rope was perfectly executed.
That was awesome.
That's 630, man. Then they get the railing involved. I know. And so Spears is putting Sammy over twice, but at the same time, I think this was one of the better matches that Spears put on overall. He looked strong. This is a great pairing. As soon as the Pinnacle and Inner Circle kind of went head to head when it first formed this feud, when you saw these guys go head to head, we're like, yes, this is going to be an awesome match, and it's a good pairing for Spears, who we haven't seen in so long. But I like this match, and Sammy has to win in his hometown for sure on a special night.
Oh yeah, and they played it out perfectly, in my opinion. Like you said, Spears kind of went and did some stuff on him. Sammy looked a little stunned at the beginning of the match, and he kind of was on the comeback for a lot of it, which was cool. And then once Sammy, it seemed like once we got out of the picture-in-picture, Sammy kind of went like crazy on offense. There was some cool stuff that cut her off the top rope. Probably the spot of the night in any of the matches. And then again, like on the barricade, like that looked like it didn't have any give, man. Spears has to be hurting after that. That was nasty.
I mean, some of those things are like, I know if you watch BTE or Sammy's vlog, though Sammy isn't shy about talking about, taking pain and hurting, even though it is part of the game. He doesn't wrestle 5 days a week or, every week like Chris Jericho has been. I can't imagine what his body feels like right now. But yeah, the big spots that Sammy hits are big spots. And he was bleeding at the end, but his hand was raised high in his backyard with his new fiance. It was definitely a special moment.
Because Spears, I saw, was bleeding from the face. I couldn't tell which one was bleeding.
I couldn't tell where it is from there, but I know we already talked about we pre-pick our top performers. And I wish I would have picked Sammy, which it's a spoiler, I didn't pick Sammy, but now that I'm talking through it, I did not pick Sammy Guevara, which he deserves to be the top performer. Just kind of an honorary top performer because of his engagement, his win, his hometown, all that as well.